anything yet? Hey Gunfingers family, I'm here tonight at Dream Nation Festival with Jose.
Hi, I'm Posai.
So we have the pleasure to have him. We're going to ask him a few questions about his tracks. So this episode today is about the Rewind. So your first track
Yeah?
is Empty Lungs.
Yes.
What comes to your mind when you listen to that track? It's a bit of a throwback. It's been released 2012, so it's already been 10 years ago.
Yeah.
What do you have on your mind about this track?
Yeah, it was my first track. It was strange. When I made that EP, I didn't think that will be the best track on there. But Noisia said it was, and I was like, okay, I'll trust you. You guys are Noisia. And then when it got released, it got the biggest attention, it got the most attention of all those tracks. So yeah, it was pretty sick. And back in that time, I would go to Noisia in their studios, and I would be so nervous to meet them that I would be sweating everywhere. And everything they said, I would just be like, yes, okay, I will, thank you, okay, I will do that. And then I did, and then the rest is history.
What kind of personality did you have back at this time? Like, how were you as a person?
I was way younger, way more excited. I wanted to be a superstar. And I was just putting all my effort into making music. I wanted it to be the best. And I couldn't believe that Noisia was releasing my music. Like, it was insane. It was a very, very special time for me. I loved that time. Laser Cat.
Laser Cat got released in 2014. It almost has 800,000 plays.
Yes.
Spotify.
It's so much.
Do you remember that legendary track when you produced it?
Yes. I was working on it for a very long time. Like I had the drums first with the cowbell, but no real sounds around it, just like an 808. And then it just sort of turned into this cowbell halftime bass, whatever thing. And yeah, I always thought it was really special. And some of the sounds sound like cats and lasers. So I was like, and I hate it actually when you give a title to a song that's like very one-on-one. If the song is like talking about plants, and then you call your track Plant. But this is about lasers and cats. And I would have hated it if the song was titled Laser Cat. So I called it Laser Cat, just out of pity for myself. So I'm like that. Lekker.
So when it comes to this track, I have a very clear memory of Noisia dropping it at one of the last sets, like Rampage Stuff 22.
Big up the post side.
Oh yeah.
I remember Titus was singing Lekker Lekker.
Yeah.
It's very funny because most people seem to understand that Dutch word.
Yeah, especially in Belgium. Yeah.
Did you see that set?
I think I was there, yeah. I was walking around trying to find adventures in that big ass venue. It was amazing. And I love this remix. Like it took me a year. They asked me to remix a song, like I could pick any song. And I just couldn't decide what I wanted to do. And then eventually I was like, of course, it has to be Lekker. Lekker is my favorite song. It has a Dutch word in it. And then I think I made the remix in like 2 days. Because I was like, it has to be now. The whole thing is ready. We need you on here. Is what I thought they said. And then I made that song, and it's banging. I love that song. Noisia told me that they were like, I wish you made this 4 years ago, and then we could have played it for 4 years. And I was like, me too.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
4 tracks.
15 minutes.
So about collaboration, Your third most popular track is called 15 Minutes, and it's collaboration that was released in 2020 with Tsar.
Yeah.
How did this collab came to life?
Well, it was a track that I had in the vault for 2 years, and then I wanted to release it on a label. It was on a different label first. It was supposed to go on Ausla first, or Skrillex's label. And then Skrillex or his team brought me into contact with Tsar, but then Ausla stopped. Ausla was like, no more. And then I still had that song, and then I sent it to Bitbird, and they really liked it, and then they released it. I love that song. I worked on that so hard. Like, it had so many iterations, different versions. For me, it was a very cool song to finally release it to the world, because it was in my head for like 4 years or something. So that was very satisfying to see that out in the open.
So it's very different from what you used to do.
Yeah.
Is there a reason behind it? Because Tsar had more of like an influence on it?
No. Well, the song was almost already done, and then Tsar came onto the track because it had some space open for something else, and so a vocal was just perfect, and then she fucking killed it, by the way. Like, I got back, and then I think after I heard the vocals, I made the second part as well, which was awesome. And yeah, 15 minutes. Oh yeah, Airwolf 6.
So this is your second most popular so far on Spotify.
Yeah.
It's also a different style.
Yeah.
How do you think your music style reflects on your personality?
Well, with Airwolf 6, I have like an obsession with making music that's happy, but not cheesy or not childish, which is very hard to do, but also not too cool. And then with Airwolf 6, I tried really hard with like just happy chords. It makes you feel just pure happiness, but it's also electro. And when I started the song, I already had in mind that I wanted to release it on Mousetrap. And then they asked if I had any demos for the various artists EP, and I said yes, and it was that song. And then what I actually had in my mind, it happened that it got released on Mousetrap, which was also very nice.
Are there any specific aspects of your creative process or personal experiences that contribute a diverse range on the expression you create?
Well, I'm just obsessed with music, and I make all genres, and I want to put it out there, but I also want to have a career. Like, I want to get booked. So I get booked for bass stuff, but I also release electro house, housey shit, which is a hard thing to do, because like if you're a drum and bass promoter, and then if you go to my Spotify, the top songs, nothing's bass. It's all like electro music. So I'm like cutting myself in my Achilles by that. But I love making that music, and I love releasing it, and I am Posei, so I'm just gonna release whatever I want.
How do you think your style has evolved since your first EP got released?
Well, I try to be more aware of where people listen to the song. Because in the beginning, I just wanted to be like more sound designy and like technical and whatever, and now I just want to make songs. I love songwriting, and then I don't lean too hard on that it has to be like ear candy or whatever. It's still gonna be, but I write like a structure, an arrangement first, and I want to have a song, an idea of a song out. So that's what I try now.
6 track.
6 song. Quest for Fire.
Guitar. So this is one of your legendary tracks with Skrillex, Swayze, and Brain.
Yes.
Could you tell us how you got involved in this track?
Well, Sonny and I have known each other for a while, also because he lived in Groningen, where I'm from. And he always liked my music. And he would also play Misfits a lot in like around 2016. That was on the Lazy Cat EP, I think. 2014 or 16, yeah, 16 I think. And he was hanging around in Groningen, and he wanted to have a version of Too Bizarre that he could play out. So he asked me, just like willy-nilly, if I would make a version of it, and he like literally just like beatboxed it into my ear, like it has to be like this, like the arrangement, and then the drop, it's like juke, like, and I was like, I got you. And I made that, and he really liked it. And he was like, he wanted to continue working on it, and he was like, it's gonna be on the album. And I was like, yeah, right. I'll see it when it's on Spotify. And it's actually out now. It's released, which is sick. We were working on a couple more demos, and I'm very happy that this song got released, it's insane. I love Skrillex, and I also already loved that song, so it's amazing I got to make like a part 2 of it. It's great.
Did you expect it to be this big as it is?
No, I wanted it to be bigger. No, no.
It's already.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It's Skrillex, of course, and Sway Lee and Sick Brain. So, yeah, I'm very happy with whatever this song does. Like at any level, I'll be happy.
Which collab would you say has been your favorite so far?
Maybe Simplon with Noisia. Because I've known them for so long. We never actually made music together. And then when they almost had their album completely done, I was hanging around and I was like, guys, don't forget about me. I don't want to be on the album. And then they were like, yeah, you have to be on the album. And so I sent them some demos, and then we Martijn worked on it a bunch. It was very different from the Simplon song. And then in a couple of days, we turned it into what the song is now. And I'm on Noisia's last album, which is fucking insane. I love all of them, and I love the song. And Simplon is a club in our hometown, so where I got to know them, like my first time going out when I was 15 or 16, I saw Noisia and I was like, they were my Michael Jackson. So it's insane that now I'm on their last album. It's very cool.
So that's all for the Rewind. Do you have anything upcoming in the future with the audience?
Yeah, we'll have a song coming out with Boonshin. I just released a song with Slumberjack. And I'm working on a lot of demos, and I'm in the process of trying to figure out what I should do with it, which is very exciting, very exciting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For all the answers.